Todd with Reason Files. Today we're going to give a response to a conversation between Corbin Russell and Aaron Thompson. The chat took place on Facebook, and we'll take a look at the chat right here. Aaron Thompson is clearly stating that Pastor Manly Perry ran to the Reason Files for an interview. Not so fast. I called Pastor Manly Perry. I'm going to play a clip here for you. And Manly Perry knew who I was. I had communicated with him before in the past and exchanged some emails with him. However, you can clearly hear when I mention the words Reason Files, the air leave Manly Perry's voice. Let's take a listen.
Todd?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, buddy.
Okay, it's a little bit better now. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Do I know you?
Yeah, you've talked to me before, and we exchanged emails. Todd with the Reason Files.
Oh, okay. I got you.
They want the air out of your voice. Oh, I got you. Did that really sound like somebody that was enthused to talk to me? No, not necessarily, but you know what? There's always a couple hurdles to overcome when calling someone. I have talked to him before and the emails. And Pastor Perry was nice enough to answer a few questions. In this next clip, Pastor Manly Perry's addressing Stephen Anderson question about Anderson claiming that he's the one that filled up Pastor Manly Perry's church. And here Pastor Manly Perry gives a response. Let's listen.
We had 47 first-time visitors Sunday that you never heard of the new IFB. As soon as I hang with you, I got a guy I need to follow up on who had never heard of the new IFB. So God is the one that built our church. God built it. No. And when you start making claims like that, and you're that prideful and that arrogant, you know, that's dangerous ground. You may find yourself out back eating grass like an ox.
Oh.
Like Nebuchadnezzar.
Yes.
You know, so these guys are on thin ice. They're on thin ice for trying to take credit for what God's done, and they're on thin ice for attacking a local church that's out in the streets. We're out getting blood and guts on us, and in the trenches, and in the highways and hedges, and they want to try to destroy that. But anyway, hey, look, you know, I don't know your ministry, so you know, I don't watch your videos or anything like that.
Right.
So I'm not. So please don't take me talking with you as an endorsement of your ministry or anything like that.
Absolutely not.
You know, you asked me an honest question. You know, you asked me an honest question. I give you an honest answer.
Thank you. Okay, and the next two clips, I'm just going to run them together. One is Pastor Manly Perry addressing the blood atonement. Then after that, he addresses some of the attack videos. Let's take a listen.
Basically, I had a steady diet of Anderson for a while, and you know, I had to unplug once I saw how he reacted and how he treated me about a year and a half ago. You know, I just unplugged, and it's one of the best things I ever did because it allowed my mind to clear up a little bit and allowed God to begin to work in my heart some things I'd gotten off on, like the blood atonement. You know, I had repeated some things that I had heard Anderson say and some of the others say about Jesus paying for sins in hell, and you know, Jesus had to die a spiritual death, and I had never really thought that out, traced that through all the way through, and I had to let my mind clear a little bit and just get back to the original position that I once held of just the blood atonement. I didn't even think about how that actually goes against the blood atonement, and you know, so I had to change on that, but nothing else I've changed on. You know, I still believe the same thing I've always believed. I still believe that, you know, someone can get saved from reading the Bible.
Absolutely.
That you're liable to, you're going to find yourself fighting against the Lord. And not only this, but the Bible says the devil is the accuser of the brethren. So when you're accusing pastors, falsely accusing them, you're working for the devil. The Bible says the gates of hell shall not prevail against the church. When you're trying to rebel against a local church that's winning souls, you're working for the devil. You know, King David was saved, and King David, the devil prompted King David to number Israel. So the devil can use saved men. Saved men can become God's enemy, and I fear that is what has happened here. You know, some of these guys say, oh, I'll never cut down a fruit tree. Well, what they're saying is they'll never cut down Pastor Anderson. See, they don't have a problem cutting me down. They say they'll never cut down a fruit tree, you know, a tree that's bearing fruit, but they don't have the slightest bit of problem cutting me down.
Reason Files out.